Let me ask you a question. What if I told you that nearly 40% of everything you do today isn't a decision, it's a habit? From brushing your teeth, scrolling your phone, checking email, snacking, overthinking. These aren't conscious choices. They're automatic behaviors, repeated daily without even realizing it. Now here's the kicker. If 40% of your actions are habits and they're not working in your favor, what's actually controlling your life? That's what Atomic Habits by James Clear reveals. A book that's not just about changing behavior, but about redesigning who you are. Stick with me, because this isn't a summary, it's a roadmap. And by the end of this video, you'll walk away with a clear system to break bad habits, build good ones, and transform your identity, one tiny action at a time. And trust me, it all starts smaller than you think. James Clear wasn't a famous scientist or psychologist. He was a guy like most of us, trying to improve his life, struggling with setbacks. After a serious baseball injury nearly derailed his life, he had to rebuild slowly, not through motivation, not through big changes, but by doing one small thing, then another and another. That journey led him to create one of the most powerful frameworks for behavior change ever written, Atomic Habits. The book is built around one simple but world-shifting idea. Small habits, when repeated consistently, compound into massive results. And when I say massive, I mean life-changing. Wealth, health, relationships, confidence, all of it is built one small habit at a time. Most people try to change by setting goals. I want to lose weight. I want to save more money. I want to be more productive. Sound familiar? We set goals, get motivated, start strong. And then 2 weeks later, we quit. That's because goals are results focused. But Atomic Habits says, focus on the system, not the goal. Why? Because you don't rise to the level of your goals, you fall to the level of your systems. That's the aha moment right there. You're not failing because you're lazy. You're failing because your system makes success hard. But here's the good news. Systems can be redesigned. And the way to do that? James Clear calls it the 4 laws of behavior change. Let's break them down and don't miss the third one. It's what helped Olympic athletes and Navy SEALs build unstoppable discipline. James Clear says, every habit, good or bad, follows a pattern. It starts with a cue, then a craving, followed by a response, and ends in a reward. If you want to build a new habit, you flip this into 4 simple laws. 1. Make it obvious. 2. Make it attractive. 3. Make it easy. 4. Make it satisfying. Each of these acts like a switch for your brain. Flip the switch, create the habit. But here's where it gets even better. You can reverse these same 4 laws to break bad habits. But first, let's break down each law with real-life examples, starting with the first one. Let's say you want to start meditating. What's stopping you? You forget. You get distracted. You get lazy. That's where visibility comes in. James says, your brain responds to cues. If you want to build a habit, make the cue visible. Try habit stacking. After I pour my morning coffee, I'll meditate for 60 seconds. Now your coffee becomes the trigger. Or use environment design. Put the meditation cushion next to your bed. Want to drink more water? Keep a bottle on your desk. The easier it is to see the habit, the more likely you are to do it. But visibility is only step 1. The next rule is what makes a habit feel exciting. Now let's say you've made the habit visible, great. But that doesn't mean you want to do it yet, right? This is where the second law comes in. Make it attractive. Our brains are wired to chase pleasure and avoid pain. So if a habit looks boring, hard, or dull, you'll skip it. James Clear suggests a trick called temptation bundling. You pair a habit you need to do with something you enjoy. Like this, after I go for a walk, I can watch Netflix. After I write 1 page, I get a cup of coffee. The good habit becomes your ticket to the reward. And suddenly, your brain craves the habit, not just the treat. But even when it feels good, the habit still has to be doable. That's why the next law might be the most powerful of all. Here's the truth. We don't rise to the level of our goals. We fall to the level of our energy. That's why this third law, make it easy, is the secret weapon. The biggest mistake people make, trying to change too much too fast. They start gym routines, 90-minute study plans, 15-step morning rituals, and they burn out in a week. James Clear says, forget intensity, focus on consistency. Want to build a habit? Make it so easy, it's almost impossible to fail. Want to start running? Just put on your shoes. Want to write? Open your document and write 1 sentence. Want to eat better? Prepare 1 healthy meal. The action itself doesn't have to be impressive. What matters is that you show up. And when you show up, Again and again, even for 2 minutes, the habit forms. You're building identity. You're casting votes for the person you want to become. But just doing the habit isn't enough. If it doesn't feel good, your brain won't repeat it. That's why the fourth law is the glue that makes habits stick. Why do we scroll Instagram? Because we get a reward, likes, messages, funny memes immediately. But good habits, the rewards are delayed. You don't get six-pack ABS after one workout. You don't become a millionaire after one saving. So how do we make good habits feel satisfying now? James Clear says, create a small reward system. Check off a calendar. Use a habit tracking app. Celebrate the win, even just saying, yes, I did it. The key is, give your brain something that feels good right after doing the habit. Because what feels good gets repeated. And what's repeated becomes your identity. But let's flip the script. What about bad habits? Can we use these laws to break the patterns that are destroying our energy, time, and confidence? Yes, and here's how. Every bad habit follows the same loop. Cue, craving, response, reward. But now that you know the 4 laws, you can reverse engineer this. 1. Make it invisible. Remove the cue. Turn off notifications. Hide junk food. Stay out of toxic places. 2. Make it unattractive. Remind yourself of the cost. Want to stop smoking? Watch a video on lung damage. Want to stop overspending? Add up how much money you've wasted this year. 3. Make it difficult. Add friction. Log out of your apps. Use a website blocker. Want to eat clean? Don't keep garbage food in your house. 4. Make it unsatisfying. Tell a friend your habit plan. Set up a punishment. Miss a habit? You pay $10 to your accountability partner. These might sound extreme, but remember, your default habits are already shaping your future. The question is, are they doing it on purpose? Or by accident? And if you're still wondering if tiny changes can really change your life, let me share the most powerful story from the book. For decades, British cycling was a joke. They hadn't won a Tour de France ever. Top bicycle companies even refused to sell them gear, afraid it would ruin their brand. Then came Dave Brailsford, a coach who believed in one thing: the aggregation of marginal gains, improving everything by just 1%. They started making tiny changes: padded seats, aerodynamic suits, even painting the truck white so they could spot dust. Sounds crazy, right? But within 5 years, they were dominating the Olympics. Within 10, they had 5 Tour de France winners. Not because of talent or money, but because of small, consistent improvements. If 1% better each day leads to 37 times better in a year, imagine what your life could look like 12 months from today. Let's bring it all together. Your identity is shaped by your habits. Small changes, repeated daily, create massive impact. Success isn't about willpower, it's about designing systems that work. Start with one habit, one cue, one 2-minute action. Make it obvious, make it attractive, make it easy, make it satisfying. And before you know it, you're not just acting differently. You're becoming someone new. James Clear's Atomic Habits teaches us that small changes, when applied consistently, can lead to remarkable results. Habits are not about achieving perfection overnight, but about slow, identity-driven growth through systems and routines. As the author powerfully puts it, when you fall in love with the process rather than the product, you don't have to wait to give yourself permission to be happy. The first mistake is never the one that ruins you. It is the spiral of repeated mistakes that follows. Every action you take is a vote for the type of person you wish to become. Habits are the compound interest of self-improvement. Success is the product of daily habits, not once-in-a-lifetime transformations. These quotes remind us that true progress doesn't come from dramatic efforts, but from what we do consistently. Atomic Habits leaves us with a clear message: redefine your habits, and you'll redefine your life. If this video helped you, drop a comment. What tiny habit are you starting today? And check the link in the description to grab Atomic Habits. Trust me, the full book is worth it. Like, subscribe, and share this video if it sparked something inside you. Because chances are someone you love needs to hear this too.